Unless you look deep within yourself like a well and activate your DNA, activate your cells, activate your higher self, keep the lower dormant. I rep tempo 5, known as subordinate to Grand Major Temple. Drew between my temple, form my mental AC chambers when I enter. 7 is perfected, 9 is complete. The womb is the first school, her lap is my seat. In the alchemy, I'm raising chakras with heat. Red is the lowest, I'm indigo deep. Olakun deep, it's water when I flow like Niagara or like your weak bladder. Islam, I self-law and master. Matriarch though, not a patriarch bro. After a blunt, get my red off. Not cock and let off. Acting like Cain, take my brother's head off. Running from the servant, hopping over fences. My people's thinking is of the most densest. Call them hard-headed, not too spiritual. Angel took the key, left in light vehicle. Ancestors told you, white Jesus told you. Just sit back and laugh and do as Rome do. So get burnt to ashes, I'm cleaning out the madness. I hate 2 earring, pink shirt wearing faggots. Fronting like an MC with no DJ, no dancer. No hieroglyphics get sprayed. $1 million beats to talk mad garbage. Get pressure point to death by Mufti sergeants. Get the pioneer ram hard by the vanguard. First and lieutenant, they just stand guard. Probably on the square or left foot first. Let me chill now cause I bless this verse. Probably on the square, left foot first. Let me chill now cause I bless this verse. We exist, fusing material with our visual. Crafting tools for the physical, building schools for the spiritual. We exist, we exist, we exist, we exist, fusing material with our visual. Crafting tools for the physical, building schools for the spiritual. We exist, we exist. You thought I was finished, the battle just begun. I don't have a deal, so I won't rhyme by guns. They call me New Age, cause I am the sun they worship. On the equinox and solstice, 12 tribes is what the horoscope is. Know this, I'm a nigga as a river, I can't be flowless. Playing the blame game, get off your emotions. Pure self without prescriptive doses. If I must, I flush with natural potions. Crash on the devil like shores and oceans. End off like Cali, devour when I rally. And tens and thousands, met to dead get tally. Call them 85ers, nah, 99ers. Stuck in some 60s, math is not the science. Most just parrot, vote by the ballot. Stupid health freaks got bacon in their salad. Secret handshakes, speaking in code. Masons use emblems to travel on the road. Never get a ticket, the brotherhood is deep. With 33 degrees, they control the sheep. Control the masses, the strong and the weak. With orange and red warnings, fair is the speech. Push through pointed hat, robes and sheets. Grand serpent, get grand hacks from grand sheets. Walk right, see the serpent stress. Fall to the goddess feet for talking mess. On black targets, police shoot heads, not the chest. Follow the stupid niggas walking in a vest. We exist, fusing material with our visual. Crafting tools for the physical, building schools for the spiritual. We exist, 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 fusing material with our visual. Crafting tools for the physical, building schools for the spiritual. We exist, we exist, we exist, we exist, we exist. I'm a Moor, some call me Saracen, some Muslim. Europe had some dark age issues, I solved them. Using more science, I'm stating the obvious. Rapper drone stepped up from Kush to Molly blunts. Unawakened, unconscious, unaware Moors won't accept the fact, plus you looked up black or more. Moors the custodian of Kemetic Nubians, carrying the marvelous light, the path Negroes to Nubians, saying I'm a Moor, not colored or black. I'm a Moor, Seti or Enki, they can't change that, cause I know their hands don't extend past Allah's wisdom. I'm a Moor, no doubt a contradiction. Return to my own vine and fig tree. Nationality of mind frame, if you're with me. Reclaim your ancestral mind and shout. I'm a Moor.
I leave, most of y'all would've still been asleep. Now you could tell them I'm more than you could ever wish you thought you would be. 3 centuries deep in moral science I read, study, I'm a more.
Rope on a peg, stuck in the shore. Oceanographic device anchored to sea floors. I'm a Moor. Goldfish of China and Japan. Veil tail variety, brushing the cold water plants. I'm a Moor. Stretches of lands, jungles over sand blows. Reptilian species and amphibians homes. I'm a Moor. Defending Drew Ali, that's my mission. To put securely in place or desired position. I'm a Moor. Ancestral mindset, not thinking like the hybrids. Can't hide from a 10, so they mess with the climate. Mess with the minds, mess with the foods, get violent about more subjugation. Your black leaders are quiet, signed on to King Alfred, but they want you to riot. Pushing dogma as religion and want you to buy it. Most never do it, but they want you to try it. Too many have knowledge of self on the shelves and won't apply it.
I'm a Moor. Red fairs, black ties, elders of my class, not black or Indians. I repeat, I'm a Moor. Indigenous to the farthest west, say we were great, but still they say we the best. Hear what I say, I'm a Moor. Yes, it's true, if not for Drew Ali, most of y'all would've still been asleep. Now you could tell them I'm more than you could ever wish you thought you would be. 3 centuries deep in moral science I read, study, I'm a Moor.
Come a little closer, man. Let me tell you something. Close. Come a little closer. Not so close, though, man. Close. Stand back. Let me tell you this. Listen to me, okay? Come closer. They say what doesn't kill it would only make you stronger. But I'm still here a little bit longer. Oh yeah, I should have been a long goner. What goes around comes back around, just like it's karma. What you sow you're gonna reap because you're the farmer. Nowadays you can't trust your own peeps because some of them ain't farmers. They will sit at the feet of the beast just to eat meat. Beefing I'm not into, this is what I'm into. Rhymes and instrumentals, fundamentals. Yeah, I put my pen to the pad and put my thoughts on the line. I knew for a long time you've been trying to stop my shine, but you can't because I'm having a great time in the medulla, which is in the mind. Another one bite the dust now. Don't cry, I did when my grandmama died, but now she's an ancestor. I be having bad dreams, the doctor said it's from the trauma. 500 years and we still dealing with the drama. Question mark, no period, it's all commas. Come a little closer, come on, yes. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something.
More is my status. I used to be black too until I study, found out it's not natural. Used to say I'm Rastafari, to capture is now the inner. No need to burn them out, let them simmer. Douse them in gas, about to light a big blunt. Rappers faking more than women wearing wigs front. Used to be black power, found out there's no power there. Talk a lot of kill crack and shit, white man still standing there. Used to be comedic, left my mind like invalids. Dick Gregory taught me leave those dusty ass pyramids. George G.M. James taught me Moors were custodians. Drew Ali and Jesus taught me watch out for those holy men. Sacrificing animals, temples smell like butcher shops. Conscious niggas got the pork in the pressure cooker pot. Can't trust my people, they always in denial. Lions say the Israelite, rule names on their trial.
Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. They thought we were Nigger until we showed them that we G.O.D. we gods. Walking around the earth in the flesh. You gotta be your best at your best. Whether right or wrong, up or down, left or right, side to side. No tattoos, man, no tight jeans, man. I never went to jail and don't wanna go there, man. I took a look at you and be like, yo, like hot damn. What's up with the purse? And what's up with man. You from the Stone Age land. You like bam bam, bam bam, bam bam, bam bam. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something.
Peace, Moors. Islam. Islam to all the Moors worldwide. Islam to all the Moors worldwide. Just have to remind you. You know, CMB. No CMB gave any passes to any Mat D people. 0. Anybody who's claiming CMB, they better be repping for Great Seal. If they're claiming CMB, they better not be making up their own stuff. Try to convince you that they're connected to CMB in some type of way. Anybody claiming that they're tax exempt and all that stuff, and they're giving you 222141 as a tax exempt number, they better be Great Seal. If they're not Great Seal and they're talking about AA 222141, they're a fraud. All right? Know that they're a fraud. Know that without a shadow of a doubt, they're a fraud. Because they should be saying that they're Great Seal. If they're making up their own seal and telling you they're tax exempt and all that stuff, they're a fraud. They don't ride with CMB. They don't respect or honor CMB. They're using CMB in order to push their little agenda that they got, whatever agenda that is that they have. Whatever agenda it is that they have. I don't know what their agenda is, but we know that these people like to use Juali's name. They like to use CMB's name. Even like to use Taj Street Bay's name. Like to use Hakeem Bay's name. Like to use Obashango L's paperwork that he been using for the past 10, 15 years. Take excerpts from people's stuff and put it in their stuff and not give honors to where they got the stuff from in order to make you think that they know something. Watch out for these frauds out here. All right. Watch out for these frauds out here. They're playing around with you. And they're going to continue to play with you because they know. I was in one of the groups earlier, and one of the Moors brought up this thing about this microwave knowledge thing, where people don't want to study. They think that they can just say whatever because they heard somebody say something, and that means that it could work. No, this stuff doesn't work unless you're studying. If you're talking about claim of property, and you think that some guy over there made a video about claim property, and then what he says in the video, because he's a Moor and he has a fez on or a turban and he said some things in some book or whatever like that, you're going to take that and apply that, and then you're going to claim that house over there, you're about to go get kidnapped. Guarantee you. Guarantee that that's going to happen to you. Because this is about studying. This is not about following somebody, doing something. This is about you studying This is about you being inspired to study. This is about you being motivated to study. And then you put in the study, and then when you know, now you could do something. If you don't know, don't be doing anything, because you're about to get kidnapped. Don't say that you heard some Moors talk about whatever. You seen some Moors with the tags, and then they said, they got the tags for 5 notes. So just send them 5 notes, and all you got to do is pull your tags off and then put those on, and then you're clear. Because just go look up, just go online and look up Moorish frauds, and see how much videos come up with people using incompetent Moors videos when they get kidnapped or whatever to make Moors look like a fucking idiot. Just go check. See how many of these backwards ass Moors who don't study, they just follow, and then because they're a dumbass, they record everything. Instead of being humble and just going through whatever, they want to prove something to somebody, so they're recording. And then they get their ass pulled out the car, they get their ass beat and all that stuff. And then trolls and Moor haters are using their dumbass footage to put online to make Moors look like Moors are idiots. When no, only those people are idiots. Those idiots who recording everything, and they don't humble themselves and they don't study, but they're recording something as if these people aren't mercenaries and they're not going to kick your ass. Do you know these people are mercenaries? You know what a mercenary is? You know these people are inquisitionists? You know what the Inquisition is? You know they don't give a shit about rights or whatever like that? Why are you recording as if you're going to get away with the BS that you're doing? You just came in this 2 days ago. Well, you came in this 2 days ago and you already got your own plates and you already got IDs and all that stuff. You just came 2 days ago. They got Moors talking about they've been studying their nationality paperwork for the past 10 years. And they're only on page 2. They had their nationality paperwork, judicial proclamation paperwork for 10 years. They didn't even send those out to anybody yet, because they're still studying those, because they're only on page 2. They got 5 pages to go still, and they've had these paperwork for 10 years. But look at your dumbass. You go out here and some idiot told you about buy these papers so you could be a sovereign. And then you're buying papers and then you're sending them out. You're going to your job and talking about, well, I'm a Moor and you can't tax me and all that stuff. And then they kick your ass out of there. And then you're talking about you want to sue somebody. Sue who? Who you suing? What you mean sue somebody? Sue somebody for what? Spell suit. You can't even spell suit, but you're going to sue somebody because you're listening to some dumbass that the only individual you're supposed to be following is Noble Drew Ali. You ain't supposed to be following anybody else. And even in following him, it's not really following, it's really imitating. You're really mirroring him. You're not really following him like that. If there's anybody that you're saying, okay, I'm going to follow, I'm going to listen to somebody, it should be Noble Drew Ali that you're listening to. It should be him. If you're going to listen to anybody, but nah, you're not going to listen to him because these people who are giving you the microwave knowledge, they're not telling you about Noble Drew Ali. So why would you listen to Noble Drew Ali if the people who are telling you go buy a package or whatever like that aren't telling you about Noble Drew Ali? Never, ever do they tell you about Noble Drew Ali. Never, ever, 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 ever do they tell you about Noble Drew Ali. But they'll tell you about they got some card to sell you. They'll tell you that they got some package to sell you. They'll tell you that they got some course for you to learn how to be sovereign. You come to our course, 500, and then you could learn to be sovereign in our course. And then some of these people, we actually went to their course, and when we go to their course, they just reading out a law dictionary. What do you mean just reading out a law dictionary for 3 hours? That's it? You're reading stuff out of law dictionary for 3 hours? This is the course? Couldn't you just tell me go get the law dictionary for the 500 that I spent for your course and just read the stuff for myself? They couldn't. They could have did that. Oh yeah, because they know our people are a dumbass. They know our people are a dumbass. So, because our people like to read stuff and not digest what's going down in the reading, we're gonna play show you. We're gonna play show you. We're not even playing reading anymore. Forget reading. We're gonna start showing you now. All right. So this is what you want to be. This is what you want to be. You want to be these ones, right? You want to be these ones, parading around, playing. Now you're Indian. These are the ones that you want to be, Indian. We're Indian. My grandma said we're not Moors. My grandma said we're Indian. This is what you want to be. You want to be black Indians. Huh? This is what you're about. You want to be niggers with feathers. And talking about you got some power. You got some clout. You got some clout because you're Indian. Your grandma said. Your grandma said you're Indian. That looks like a Negro to me. Right? That one on the right, that looks like an Indian. That one on the left, that let's just double check. Let's just say with you. Because that doesn't look too Indian. It doesn't look too Indian. Let me go check the nigger narrative. Let's just see. Yeah, he looks like one of these guys. Clearly looks like one of these guys. Let's just see. Let's just find them. Let's just see. Yeah, got the hands by the side and everything. Interesting. Yeah, he does look like Danny Glover a little bit. It's crazy you say that. I was watching Lethal Weapon last night. It's interesting. The good Lethal Weapon, the Jet Li one. That's probably the best one. Yeah, they kind of look like same thing, just standing there. And if they're not standing there, or they're carrying their bales of whatever. And they're carrying their bales. This is what they want you to think of yourself as. Because remember the Indians were slaves too. Don't get it effed up. Right? Keep in mind that the Indians were slaves too. Right? The Negroes went from the Negro plantation to the Indian plantation. Just remember. Right? Okay. American slavery, separating fact from myth. Doesn't it? Doesn't look like the Indians. Isn't this them? It's really familiar. I think they're mixing up their culture here or something, because these ones could pass for Indians, but these are the slaves though. You know, masters hand me down stuff. Yeah. Masters hand me down. Then they jump up talking about they're Indian. they're Native American. You tell the difference? They're not carrying bales of hay. Just check all the sites. They're right there. Equal Justice Initiative. Go check all their pictures. And you tell me if these people don't look just like the Black Indians. The Black Indians and the Negro slaves are the same people. Don't get it messed up. Because they got feathers in their head that they're free. They're not free. They're still a slave. They got feather headwear. That means that there's something. The Pope yesterday was wearing feather headwear. Matter of fact, where is he at? Let's go see the honors that these Indians are giving to slave master Pope John Paul, who raped all their ancestors. Because you already know all these guys are Pope John Paul reincarnated. They're not who they are. They're Pope John Paul. All these guys. Pope John Paul reincarnated. Don't fall for the BS. How are they giving the Pope feathers? I thought he's supposed to be apologizing to them. He's apologizing to them. And we need Jesus, and we need to pray because the God of the universe said if we pray, we're going to be able to get rid of racism. So we got to pray. And the Indians are there crying. Oh my God. And then the Pope said, stop the dumb stuff. Yet was not Noble Drew Ali Cherokee. Yeah, he was Cherokee. You ever notice Noble Drew Ali never said I'm Cherokee? He said I'm a Moor. You ever recognize that? Or do you miss that part? You ever ask yourself, Noble Drew Ali is a full-blooded Cherokee, but he never said in any of his literature that he's Cherokee? He said I'm a Moor. Other people said he's Cherokee. Noble Drew Ali never said I'm Cherokee. You ever notice that? You ever pick up on that play that Noble Drew Ali did for all of these Aboriginal, Indigenous, whoever's who's supposed to be recognizing him as a prophet? If they're saying that they're Indigenous and all that stuff, then why don't they recognize Noble Drew Ali as the Indian prophet and stop the BS? They don't want to recognize him as because he said that he's a Moor, so he abandoned his Cherokee roots or whatever like that. He's saying that he's a Moor. Oh, okay. All right. That's the logic. That's the logic, right? The logic is Noble Drew Ali is Cherokee, full-blooded Cherokee, right? His mom was Cherokee. And then, so Noble Drew Ali is full-blooded Cherokee. And then he never said he's Cherokee, but the Cherokees always bringing up, Noble Drew Ali is Cherokee. Yeah, but he said he's a Moor. So what the hell's wrong with them? What's wrong with these other Cherokees? Don't you see the Pope wearing your stuff right now? That he got from the Indians. He didn't go steal this or whatever, like the Masons stole fezzes or whatever. They gave him this. So if they gave him this, and then, so the Pope goes by the Holy See and doctrine of discovery, which means anywhere they go, they discovered the stuff that's there. Anywhere they go, doesn't matter where they go. Once they go there, they discovered it. And then This headdress is one of the most important headdress in Aboriginal indigenous culture. And then they gave the holy vicar the headdress that belongs to them, that gives them the rights on the earth plane and all that stuff to do whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing. So if they're gonna give him their stuff and he raped their ancestors or whatever like that, put them in residential schools and didn't teach them their culture and beat their culture out of them and raped little children and all that stuff, wouldn't that mean that they're down with him? Wouldn't this mean that they're in cahoots? Or are we reaching here? Are we reaching? Oh, we're reaching. We're reaching? Please. Our people are the biggest sellouts on the planet. And then because we're the biggest sellouts, guess what everybody else is going to do? They're going to be a sellout too, because they know we're the ones who set everything in order. You don't see everybody wearing skinny jeans right now? Why are they doing that for? Because for themselves? Because they want to wear skinny jeans? No, because the niggers wear skinny jeans. That's why everybody else is wearing skinny jeans right now. Well, everybody passing by playing some music and they listening to some BS right now. Why are they listening to BS? Oh, because our own people listen to BS. So everybody else is going to follow us and listen to BS. That's just what it is. That's the power that we have that we don't know that we have. But let me show you something. Why not then? Why not won't we be this? This look like a nigger slave to you? Why don't we be this? No? Why we want to be black Indians and not be this? Why don't we want to be this? We came out the black stuff. We came out the nigger stuff. We came out the black power, ancient Egyptian, Hebrew, Israelite, and all that stuff. We came out all that stuff. Right? We came out, we thought we were Indians and all that stuff. We came out all that stuff. I'll pick this every day, all day. And there ain't no such thing as Arabism, because Arab's a language. Arabic is what you really mean to say when you say Arab. You say, oh, there's an Arab over there. You didn't just say somebody. You said, that guy over there speaks Arabic. That's what you just said. There's no Arab. There's Arabian, where Arabic people, Arabic speakers come from Arabia. But they ain't no Arab people, because Arabs are really Moors. Arabic's a Moorish language, right? Some pale people stuff. They're Moors. These aren't Arabs. This is somebody's in America's uncle. Everybody has an uncle look just like this. Granddad look just like this. Over here. But they're going to keep playing you because we don't know ourselves. And we're going to go chasing some fake culture, claiming that that's who we are, when the world knows that we're Moors. We don't want to be this. We don't want to be turbans up. We don't want to be fezzes up. We want to be feathers. We want to be eagle feathers. We get the eagle feathers, and then that means we're indigenous. I thought, isn't the eagle U.S. corporation? Shouldn't you be doing like hawk feathers or something like that? Shouldn't you be doing, you know what I mean, pigeon feathers or something like that? You got eagle feathers? I thought the eagle is U.S. corporation. who's been kicking you people's ass for 400 years. Why would you get eagle feathers when the eagle is bald? Eagle's bald. Eagle doesn't even have goddamn feathers. Eagle's been bald. Why are you picking the balding stuff as where your culture is? Like a big dummy. Like a big dummy. Eagle is U.S. corpse. Playing games. You tell me about eagle feathers. When you could be Moors, you could be this. You're gonna take putting on some feathers to this? You're out of your goddamn mind if you're gonna pick some eagle feathers opposed to this. I don't know what type of crack you're smoking. I don't know what type of drugs you people are on. But there's no way that anybody who's sane is gonna pick running around in some whatever Indians wear, some buffalo hide or whatever like that, and not wear silks. Wear an outfit made of feathers. You could have the greatest materials ever. Is the eagle not associated with Moors? The eagle is associated with U.S. Corporation. That's what the eagle is associated with. Just like the Hebrew is associated with a language, the eagle is associated with U.S. Corporation. We don't need bird feathers to be who we are. We don't need bird feathers. We're the founders of civilization and we're wearing feathers as if feathers make us somebody. Playing ourselves out of our own stuff. Moor is only classified to North African Berber and the likes. Says who? Who said that? Who said that, Dardan? And what's a Dardan? What's that? What's that? Tell me what a Dardan is. Bet you some European BS. What's a Dardan? And if Moor is only classified to North Africa, and everybody knows that Morocco is North Africa and America is Morocco, what point are you trying to make right now? Moor is associated with North Africans, okay? Morocco is America. Isn't Morocco North Africa? So what's your point? You're proving our point. You're proving the point. You're proving the point. You're trying to be a smart ass or whatever. You're trying to be a smart ass, but this is not the nigger platforms where we don't study. Like, this is not the Negro black platforms. This is not the indigenous Dane Calloway platforms and all that BS. We're Moors. Right? We're Moors. We're not on the couch, right? We're at Moorish Science Temple right now. We're not at somebody's couch. We're not at somebody's store. We're at a Moorish institution right now doing this. We're somewhere Moorish telling you about Moorish. We're not at a black spot telling you about Moorish. We're not at a Hebrew spot telling you about Moorish. We're not at the Indian spot telling you about Moorish. We're not at the nigger spot telling you about Moorish. We're not at the Rastafarian spot telling you about Moorish. We're at the Moorish spot telling you about Moorish. That should let you know something. That should let you know something. What is a Muslim? Right? This stuff is not rocket science. Muscle-man. Muscle-man was a slang term used among Jewish prisoners of German Nazi concentration camps. Muscle-man is that. Muscle-man is a lake. What else is muscle-man? Muscle-man is an Iron Man. Muscle-man is a basketball player. Muscle-man is a team. Muscle-man is an applesauce. Muscle-man is a religion. Muscle-man is a triathlon. Well, one more you want to know about muscle-man. One more. You need more? You need more than that to know we don't need to go there? Didn't Drew Ali say we're not Negro black colored? Or if we're not Negro black colored, then we're not any of the other misnomers either. We're Moors. It's really simple. It's really simple. Noble Drew Ali brought this stuff down. Simple. Real easy. That's why he said Quran questions for Moorish children. Because this stuff is easy. Any idiot could figure this stuff out. Any idiot could figure this out. As soon as they can't figure it out, know that they got mental problems. Know that they have mental problems. Because this stuff is not rocket science. This stuff is easy. Just like we said, go up in the Google. Or you want to use that because it's compromised. The Google's compromised. Go to BitChute. Go wherever you want. Put in muscle-man and see what comes up. Same stuff. Applesauce. People. Name that. Some Nazi Germany BS is going to come up. Some people is going to be coming up. The muscle-man. And it's misnomers. It's misnomers. There's human family divided into highly concentrated melanated beings and recessive melanated beings. That's all there is on the planet. High concentrations of melanated people, low concentrations of melanated people. That's all that there is on the planet. Everything else is getting into, assumption. Because until you ask somebody, hey, what are you? Where are you from? You're assuming. And once you're assuming, you make an ass out of you and you make an ass out of yourself. So don't assume things. Always go check, just to be sure. You look up Berber, it's going to tell you that's a language. There's no people called Berber. That's a language. Arabic is where they get Arab from. There's no people called Arabic people. There's nothing called that. Nothing called that. All you got to do is look stuff up. Once you look it up, now you're going to be clear as to what something is. That's why there's dictionaries. But no. We don't want to use dictionaries. We want to assume because that guy over there has 50,000 views and he said more means black, so more means black. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's a lie. And they're only lying because they know you're not going to go look it up. And then when you go look it up and then you find out that they're a liar, you should be strangling these people for lying to you. But then you're not going to do that because the brotherhood and we're brothers and the brothers are united. And didn't he just lie to you? Didn't he just tell you that your nationality is black? And they lied? And then you didn't go strangle them because they lied to you? We're Moors, right? This is what we are. We're these. We're this right here. This is what we are. We're Moors. We're not Negro, black, colored, Ethiopian, African American, African Canadian, any of the West Indian island names. We're none of that. We're Moors. This is what we are. Everybody knows this is what we are. Whether we're a slave under somebody, whether we're free, whether we're a dumbass, whether we're highly intelligent, we're Moors. It doesn't matter. This is what we are. This is what we are. This is what our ancestors were. Well, we were ancient Egyptians because Egypt fell. Stop the BS. Don't tell me about some 3,000 year ago stuff when you could tell me about yesterday. You tell me about 3,000 years ago. Nobody care about 3,000 years ago. Can't even apply anything from 3,000 years ago. You're not even on the mindset of the people 3,000 years ago. You're a dumb nigger. We're Moors. Everybody knows we're Moors. This is how we were running it. We were running it as Moors. The last time we ran anything, we were Moors. The last time we had breastplates and all that stuff, we were Moors. That's the last time. Right? This is who we were. This is who we are. And this is who we will continue to be. All the other stuff, those are fictions. You're not that. Somebody's playing games with you. And the longer you let them play with you, the longer the BS continues. The longer you let them play with you, the longer the BS continues. And as you see, the BS has been continuing for 400 years or something like they're telling you. BS been continuing. And the BS is only continuing because of our people allowing it to continue. Because we don't study. We don't read. We assume stuff. We listen to people. And that's how we get in trouble. Everybody knows we're Moors. Everyone knows. Only people who don't know is ourselves, which is why we're in trouble right now. That's why we're in trouble right now. One, because everybody's denying the fact that Noble Drew Ali came in the 20s and told our people that we're Moors. And two, because everybody who came after Noble Drew Ali didn't tell you that we're Moors. They play games with you. And then now you're stuck. Don't even know what to do. Don't even know who you are. Like, oh yeah, we might as well play that thing just so you could see what the treatment that you're getting. Let's just let this play so you could the treatment you're getting. The nigger treatment. This is the nigger treatment.
Every woman is getting her vagina cut open. woman doesn't need it, but you cut it because you need to learn how to sew. I'm at a place that is literally practicing on people. Black women have been experimented on to perfect the profession of gynecology. The United States had a population of enslaved peoples that they could do what they wanted to, when they wanted to, how they wanted to do it. As a woman, your worth is about what your womb can produce from my plantation. Black women are having so many children, they're getting fistulas. Enter J. Marion Sims. He's considered the father of gynecology.
Right? That's what you get. You want to play nigger games? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. All these Moors out here, they got midwives and doulas and stuff like that. They're not playing around with these people's hospital. They have the offspring in the living room, in the pool. You're not going to these people's Frankenstein factory. They're not going to the concentration camp to go have any children. Why? Because this Frankenstein factory. You're lucky if you come out of them places. You're lucky if you come out of those spots. But, nobody wants to hear what the Moors are saying, because the Moors, we don't know what we're talking about. So I'm going to go to the hospital because I'm not a Moor. I need a professional doctor. Did the cow go to the doctor to go have the calf? You see the cow go to the doctor? You went to the cow hospital and the cow doctor delivered the cow baby? You see that part? The giraffe baby came out of the giraffe. The giraffe doctor slapped the giraffe baby on the ass upside down and stuff like that, and then made it start crying. Or they just fall on the ground and get up, start walking. Stumbling a little bit, you know what I mean? But I'll be all right. You didn't hear that? You're not going to no damn hospital for to have no children. The European's gonna go. Because what's a European to do? The European's gonna have private nurse or whatever with them. They're not trusting no doctor when they go to the damn hospital. European going in there without no private nurse. Well, we can't afford a private nurse. Oh yeah, because you're a dumbass. That's why. That's why you can't afford the private nurse. Because you're a big dummy. You're gonna spend all your finance on liquor and shoes and eyelashes out to here. And fake nails eating up your real nails, and then you're complaining. I gotta go to the doctor because my nails aren't growing because they're all chipped up because of the damn acid glue that you're using. Because you're a dumbass. Then the acid glue on your eyelashes, and then you have no eyelashes. And then the guys have no testicles because they're wearing these tight pants and all that stuff, cutting off circulation, and they think there's some style or something like that. You realize that you're killing yourself because you're a dumbass. You don't want to hear what Moors are saying, but you want to listen to everybody else. Listening to everybody else, except the Moors. When the Moors talk, you want to hear them. No, yeah, I'm not a Moor. I'm not Islamic. Hey, listen to Moors. I'm not Islamic. All right. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. Of course, you're going to learn the hard way. But, Juali already told the Moors, our people are going to learn at the point of a sword. And then barrels at them, and they still don't learn. So, what the hell Moors going to do? They're going to be over here doing what we do. Whoever sees us stick our head from behind the veil and say, hey, come here. And they come running over because, what? Why are you sticking your head out the veil? Like, what is going on down there? Then you know, they'll get down on some info. But we're Moors. This is who we are. This is who we are now and forever. We're Moors. You be anything else, these people are going to be your masters and they're going to rule over you. And anybody who's telling you that you're not Moors, they're a sellout and a traitor, and they shouldn't be trusted. But this is how we used to do it. You see any teepees around here? You see any teepees yet? You see any buffalo hide buildings that the Moors had? You see any shacks and all that stuff? You know, shacks. You know, shacks around here. We're Moors. And even if we were smoking, right? You know, De Maurier and all that stuff. We're rolling ourselves our own stuff. I know De Maurier. Rolling our own stuff because we're Moors. Right to bear arms? Yeah. This is who we are. These look like some nigger slaves to you? These looks like some Los Indios to you? Los Indios don't dress this good. You definitely know nigger slaves don't dress this good. You already know who we are. The founders of civilizations. If this is the guard, who's the guy that runs the palace? Where's he at? If this is the guard, you want to be Negro black colored? You go right ahead. We'll be looking at Moors' direction. I'll tell you that. Don't be looking in Moors' direction. We can't do nothing for you, man. You spent $3,500 for what? Can't do nothing for you, man. You better, man, kiss my butt. Can't do nothing for you, man. Moors are too busy trying to do for themselves. Can't do nothing for you, man. Nothing. Hopefully you learned something from the visuals. No more reading. I'm going to show you stuff now. I'm going to show you pictures of Moors. That's all. You got nothing else. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all the mothers. Islam to all the Moors. What up, X? Yo. Trolls catch my scimitar blade and turn snitch. Your man is your dog and your homegirl
a bitch. Inquisition lies turn high priestess to witch. Burned at the stake, cooked like fish Escovitch. COINTELPRO are not pros but rookies. TikTok program makes young girls shake their cookies. Transgenders wanna be called proper pronouns. D-Wade's son turned daughter, pawn of the order. Used for the rituals, niggas wearing capris. Slam dunk champ shorts are way above his knees. By yourself with 3 masks on, that's a disease. Most of y'all are crack fiends for vaccines. Giving passes to perv clones like Weinstein while in your favorite actor had property on Epstein Island. What up, X? Yo. You two trolls catch my scimitar blade and turn snitch. Your man is your dog and your homegirl a bitch. Inquisition lies turn high priestess to witch. Burned at the stake, cooked like fish Escovitch. COINTELPRO are not pros but rookies. TikTok program makes young girls shake their cookies. Transgenders wanna be called proper pronouns. D-Wade's son turned daughter, pawn of the order. Used for the rituals, niggas wearing capris. Slam dunk champ shorts are way above his knees. By yourself with 3 masks on, that's a disease. Most of y'all are crack fiends for vaccines. Giving passes to perv clones like Weinstein while in your favorite actor had property on Epstein Island. Hollywood Kazaj, tribe of 13 wizards. Blowing lies make visibility pour like blizzards. With sins greater than 55 miles per hour, stupidity will surely get your minds devoured. Using your soul to quench the thirst of diabolic devils, then ignorance would rise past hyperbolic levels. Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in? Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in?
I put your head on the water and show you what's important. You need ear, of course, and more will appear. Anywhere I stand, Morocco is there. So no matter where I stand, my rights will be clear. The law of the land, signed by the air. Ooh, the true air. Ownership, caught up in color, you disown the ship. A black star with black people in it. Ship Garvey away before Julie boarded it. That's a smart plan by some hybrids. But the birds still fly with a message. A flag of culture, heritage. American Republic. Feeling like Carthage. You driving cars, I'm riding elephants. You thinking nothing relevant. Black before every statement, you're an agent. Need I say more? I'm in 7-Eleven. You're thinking corner stores. Human rights declared, but how they corner yours?
Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in? Are you thinking, or is your mind controlled? Are you blinking, or is your first eye closed? Will you think and save yourself or fall victim? Will you fight back or keep getting your face kicked in?
Tired of the heartaches, too many heartbreaks, high stakes, great measures, we got the leverage. F a court case, corporate ties got severed. I know your heart race. Put up your sevens with a straight face. Calm, no yelling, impropria persona juris is what I tell them. Let the magistrate know I ain't buying what they selling. Better get your magic straight, I ain't falling for your spelling. Heaven, or is this hell we in? As above, so below, everything dwells within. One chord, one flow, see the spiral spin. Let's expel them before the viral's in. It's cerebellum, a breeze Leviathan. Parabellum, play the violins. I try to tell him, but I ain't him. Tired of the heartaches, too many heartbreaks, high stakes, great measures, we got the leverage. F a court case, corporate ties got severed. I know your heart race. Put up your sevens with a straight face. Calm, no yelling, impropria persona juris is what I tell them. Let the magistrate know I ain't buying what they selling. Better get your magic straight, I ain't falling for your spelling.
heaven, or is this hell we in? As above, so below, everything dwells within. One chord, one flow, see the spiral spin. Let's expel them before the viral's in. It's cerebellum, the breeze Leviathan. Parabellum, play the violins. I try to tell him, but I ain't him. Stuck with this ultimatum, didn't have a choice, they made him. Wonder why they all hate him. Met him on their way to Salem, he was just collecting datum. She couldn't but tried to save him, used to quote it all verbatim. Left the mundane and layman, left the mundane and layman. Used to quote it all verbatim, she couldn't but tried to save him. He was just collecting datum, met him on her way to Salem. Wonder why they all hate him, didn't have a choice, they made him. Stuck with this ultimatum.
Firm like a fro, not the perm, I'm instinctive. Keep my rendition, I return, diagnose your condition. Gasp me for air, I said you missed it. You catching all your fire burn, but it ain't sizzling. I speak in its fruition. This the type of magic make you witness. A live born, miracle incision on your brain, it's a mystic. First I a spaceship, hovering the wasteness. I'm picking up my steps like the earth was busy shaking. I'm breaking these shoes in. Walk around, I'm clued in, it's spacious. This conscience is patience. Keep me on the level up, no faking, don't fake it. No hating if you really trying to make it. You only fall through the cracks with this rose screw breaking. See man, I'm sorta like a feature bit. A comparison, I think not. Similarities are a slight shot. Close enough to claim plot. You fucked up the main spot and pillage just a claim shot. Can blame it on the op for the selling on the rock. Where they pawned all the pops and the block was hot, hot. They left all the scars I watched. I seen the parts they dropped. Right on the lawn I watched. My heart sore like the war I never saw. I'm trying to see the sun more on the yacht. But I'm forced to have to choose between the stars and the block. I'm a protector to the beat. And my heart wanna stop, 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 stop.
Stuck with this ultimatum, didn't have a choice, they made him. Wonder why they all hate him. Met him on their way to Salem, he was just collecting datum. She couldn't but tried to save him, used to quote it all verbatim. Left the mundane and layman, left the mundane and layman. Used to quote it all verbatim. She couldn't but tried to save him, he was just collecting datum. Met him on her way to Salem, wonder why they all hate him. Didn't have a choice, they made him. Stuck with this ultimatum, stuck with this ultimatum. Didn't have a choice, they made him. Wonder why they all hate him. Met him on her way to Salem, he was just collecting datum. She couldn't but tried to save him, used to quote it all verbatim. Left the mundane and layman, left the mundane and layman. Used to quote it all verbatim. She couldn't but tried to save him, he was just collecting datum. Met him on her way to Salem, wonder why they all hate him. Didn't have a choice, they made him. Stuck with this ultimatum.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense with
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a little of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense with
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a little of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mix it with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm sorbet, rapping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. And no, but you all in plain sight. But people still can't see it, so the snake's still showing up.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense with
Legendary,
Bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, they ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes civil little a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. Or keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Sorbet, prepping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. Hand over to I lay in plain sight, but people still can't see it. So the snake's still showing up, stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for life, the book of Genesis. Astral plane interests, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life, finish him.
Morris So You, key man or oracle. Using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical. Lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic. Facts slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic. Calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved. Or cut like a close shave. Drowned in my brain waves, squashed by heat waves. Activating Kundalini. Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini. Selassie I in exile. Reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real. All I see is false evidence. VAR feminists, stomped on by elephants. More like go prejudice, but want Moorish benefits. When you feel the pull, magnetic resonance. Apis horns of the sacred book, all maleficent. Great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness, no pestilence. Ace all the testaments. Tap into remembrance, never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane, but no they live shades. Keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
So we looking at y'all right now. This is how we looking at you people. Are you Moorish militia haters? Are you active Moors haters? Are you Moors exercise right to travel haters? All you Moors do this out of love haters? All you sellouts and traitors, this is how we're looking at you right now. And as far as us, we've been looking at y'all like this since 2008. Right? We're not surprised that there's sellouts and traitors around here. We're not naive. Because as black guys, we got played by our own. So we're not naive. When we were black guys, when we were pushing slave stuff and all that, when we were doing all that, there was traitors. When we were dumb nigger, there were nigger traitors. There were nigger sellouts when we were dumb nigger. Not confused. You already know what's up. But Drew Ali told these Moors, they're hard head and stiff neck. They're hard head and stiff neck. That's who our people are. The hard-headed, stiff-necked people. We want to debate Moors. We really want to prove Noble Drew Ali is not a prophet. Always debating Moors. I got some issue with Moors. This is how we're looking at all you people right now. This is how we're looking at all you people. All you Oh yeah, it's the Moors. And then you go back over here and go be nigger. So we're looking at all you people. Right. Guarantee 100, guarantee that no one could present documented, actual, factual, proof positive that Kudrow L is a sellout or a traitor. Find something. Want to give it a try? Bet you won't. I dare you. Pull up something. Show your proof. Show your proof that Jamhal Bey is a sellout. Show your proof. Don't tell me some BS. He was in the military, so that means he's a sellout. FOH. Talking dumb. You're talking dumb. Don't talk dumb to active Moors. Don't talk dumb to Moors who risked their life, got kidnapped, didn't see their family for a year, but you're a deadbeat baby daddy. FOH. FOH. How are you a deadbeat baby daddy? You're not even taking care of your own children, but you're talking about Moors who are getting kidnapped for you people. You know this Moor was locked up for a year for Moors. You know it wasn't for him, right? You realize that he got kidnapped for your dumbass because you're too coward to go out there with arms. You're too coward to take your military background and take all the information that you got from that and give it to your nation so they could become organized, which is the same stuff that Kwame Ture was talking about. Yeah, organized. The Black Panthers were talking about the organized. We got organized. But then when Moors start organizing, you got complaints. You got critique. And the master teacher said, critique from juveniles is asinine. How you're a juvenile and you're critiquing adults? The hell out of here. Right? So honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors. Peace and love to all the Moors. It's like a mother called me today. Mother called me today. I was thinking about something. I was wondering, how do we adverse possess something? Like, how do we, because, we're suffering out here and all that stuff, and, so we should be able to adverse possess something. Yeah, sure you should. If there wasn't a de facto regime violating the law, whether it's universal law, whether it's commercial law, whether it's admiralty law, whether it's maritime law, whether it's constitutional law, whether it's natural law, whether it's common law, it doesn't matter. They violate it all. But it's real interesting that you people have nothing to say to these people who are violating the law. You're talking to Moors. Not one word did you say against this regime. So she's asking about adverse possess something. I'm like, hold on a second. Let me ask you a question. You know, you ever heard of Lamont Butler? Yeah, because he's there. And then she goes into the whole thing, right? Right. So how come he's not in the mansion right now? Well, because they didn't respect the whatever. So why are you telling me about adverse possess something? Why are you asking about adverse possess when this guy just got kidnapped? And now, after he got kidnapped and he doesn't have the mansion that he tried to adverse possess, he's selling adverse possess packages. 3 grand, 5 grand. Under the Moorish consulate jurisdiction, under the title of consulate general, consular general, consul, whatever they want to say. So how is it that a guy went and did 5 years, how much ever time it was, got kidnapped for trying to claim a mansion using the Moorish nationality because this is our land and we're the sovereigns of the land and we get adverse possessed because they're not in the jurisdiction and all that BS. Come out from being kidnapped, become the master of the whatever, go on all these people's platform teaching about the law and all this stuff, whatever like that, when he just did 5 years for using Moorish whatever to do some BS, and you have nothing to say to these people. Matter of fact, you're chasing behind them and you got BS to talk about. Kudro did something. We're going to listen to Jamhal because Rise of the Moors is... This is how we're looking at all you people. Now, we're not impressed with a lot of you people. We've been not impressed with a lot of our people. We've been not impressed. Right? Just so you know. So for those who need convincing, we're going to do like we did before. Not reading jack to you people. Go to your library and go study. Go to Kush. Let Kush read to you. Let Sundiata and those Moors read to you. Go to Khalifa Society. Go let them read to you. Not done. We're done with to try convince people of anything. You don't want to be Moors? Then stay there. Be dumb nigger. I don't care. Well, a Moor got shot yesterday and he had a fez on and he had a Moroccan flag and they shot him in the street. And? Are you under occupation? You big dummy? Didn't a colonist murder that Moor in the street? Weren't it modern Europeans that took these Moors off the highway and jailed them for a year? And have them getting spit on? And have them, they can't even trust their food and all that stuff. People bringing food around. For a year. Imagine for a year, every time you get a plate, you really can't trust if you should eat this thing. For a year. Imagine that. Imagine. And your room where you sleep at, that's comfortable. Imagine being in your room for a year and you can't go anywhere. You can't leave. You just have to stay there. And the most you could do is go to the kitchen for 1 hour a day. Worse than that. Worse than that. You got to stay in your room, and the only place you could go is to the washroom for 1 hour. Other than that, you're locked in your room. I'm going through all that. Just because you stood up for some rights that you studied and realized, oh, I got a right to breathe or whatever like that. Well, I'm going to start breathing. Oh, kidnap him, lock him up for a year because he was breathing. And then you're looking at who got locked up as the problem. You're not looking at the colonists that kidnapped them as the problem. F you. You're full of BS. So like we said, if you really look at it for what it is, there's no somebody's bringing something for you that you're going to use to get out of the BS that you got yourself into. Because you thought you knew something. Your chest is high. You got the pigeon chest and you're thinking that you're somebody. When you're a dumbass, you should be sitting your ass down in the corner somewhere and go study. What are you talking about? You want to claim a property? You don't even know Noble Drew Ali's birthday. Hell you talking about? You don't exercise right to travel because this is my right to do this and all that stuff, and you never even read Divine Warning to the Nations? You never even read any of the Moorish literature. You don't even know what the Moorish Guide is, but you're talking about trust. You got a trust account, and you want to create a trust because you're listening to these Moors over here, and they're telling you that, well, you got to do the trust because if you do the trust and then 500 for the class on the trust or whatever, and then you're not just going to go research it yourself. You're going to go pay 500 to go listen to these people tell you about trust. And then they're going to talk to you for 8 hours about trust and not mention Noble Drew Ali one time. Not one time will they mention Noble Drew Ali. Not one time. But they're talking crazy. This is how we're looking at all you people. Just like this. This is how we're looking at you.
Let's talk about it, Grand Sheik. Let's talk about it because I'm tired of holding this in. I was so pissed off when Jamhal got arrested. Yes, I did call in because I don't care. I will say things to people's face because this is how I really feel. This is how I really feel. Don't ask me about my nationality. Don't ask me about my nationality because I'm an empress and it's nobody's business. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all thought y'all was going to kill me. There's people right now that think me and my family is supposed to be dead. Dead.
No,
I
and
was never supposed to come back for this land.
Come back for what land? What are you talking about?
Oh, for my land. That's what I'm talking about. For my land, Grand Sheik. Play with me. Play with me if you want to. You sound mentally ill and narcissistic. You need to go see a therapist. For real.
For what? See a therapist for what?
You are a hypocrite.
How? Tell me how I'm a hypocrite.
Say 2 words. Say
tell
2
me,
words.
Tell me how I'm a hypocrite.
How you a hypocrite.
Tell
go
me how
ahead,
I'm a
speak a sentence.
Tell me how I'm a hypocrite.
I want you to speak a sentence because every sentence you say, you could play back this video. You sound like a straight hypocrite.
Tell me.
Straight up. And
tell
I'm
me
right now.
how
I don't give a fuck how I look.
Tell me
but
how.
I'm gonna tell you on the real, in reality, from your delusional reality.
You haven't said anything yet.
How the fuck you want to talk about? Let's talk about it then.
You're not talking about nothing. Say what you're saying.
Jamhal coming here to help the children. How children are up next.
What are you talking about?
You have the nerve. You have the nerve to be talking about how the campaign for children is up next after Jamhal. That just means to go.
What are you talking about? Are you nuts?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? I'm talking about exactly what you said.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you a question. Because remember, you're supposed to be telling me how am I a hypocrite? I don't give a fuck about Jamhal and kids or whatever like that. How am I a hypocrite? That's what I'm asking you because you came on here saying that I'm. So how? Tell me how am I a hypocrite?
At the beginning of the video, you were saying, "Oh, this is all about kids. This is all about the children are up next."
You're a liar.
People's lives talking about how to.
You're a liar. You're a crackhead. You're a troll. You're
You're a fake hair, no brain, non-studied, four eyes traitor to go somewhere and go complain to somebody who gives a shit about what you think. You're a troll. Icy whatever. Or you icy whatever. You're a troll. And we know that there's many people just like this who they're trolls. This is just so you know what the hell's going on out here. This so you know what you're gonna be dealing with when you get into this. And F Kevin Samuels too. F him. Point blank. Period. FOH. To anybody who's not riding with Rise of the Moors. FOH to anybody who's not riding with Moorish militia. FOH. Because you're saying nothing to the colonists who's kidnapping people right now that you don't even know about. You don't even know about people getting kidnapped right now. And then you got some nerve to come on here and talk crazy about Moors who've been active. What the hell have you done since 2008? You're still calling children kids. This is the incompetence of our people that we have to deal with as Moors. And we're talking about anybody who's a Moor and proclaim that they're a Moor. They got some nigger, just like this bag lady right here that came on here, telling them that they're not Moors. Telling them that why they got that fez on. What do you mean, Noble Drew Ali? Jesus is our savior. Hey, we Christian, baby. The hell out of here. FOH. FOH. Because people like to play this thing about, Moors need to, and Moors, well, if they would only, well, see, the issue with the Moors is they have nothing to say to the colonists. This is how we're looking at all you people. Looking at you over the glasses. You're a dumbass. Looking at all you people over the glasses. All you people talking crazy. We're looking at you over the glasses just like this. Telling me BS about consulates and well, we should have a conversation with, have a conversation with who? $5,000 for paperwork people? The consulate is $5,000 for paperwork people. We know this firsthand. We have the recordings. People snitch on these people. We have these people's Zooms that they do. And they're telling people $3,000 to $5,000. Think we can talk how we talk. Out their own mouths. And in the actions of the dumbasses who listen to these people. Right? No, Are you hitting the crack pipe and then pushing the button? The hell are you talking about? You hit the crack pipe and push the button? Then you talk about everything else except talking about how come I'm a hypocrite? Stop the dumb stuff. These are the hypocrites right here. The people who say that they're founders of civilization, and they're the Africans that got brought over here by the European, but this is the house where they used to live at. This is what they lived in. These are the founders. The so-called slave whoever's. This is them. This is them. This is how they're repping. All these people talking crazy. You really think it's narcissism, or is it just truth that you can't handle? And we're not just talking to the crackhead who was just on here. We're talking to all you people who's just like her. You got something to say about Moors. Nothing to say to the European. Right? And then they're gonna stay on here for 5 hours, but we're full of shit though, but they're gonna stay here for 5 hours. They're gonna be in our chat talking crazy for 5 hours. But we're the hypocrites. This is what they did. Oh yeah, you know, they work with the wood, and then he built that from the ground. He built it from the ground. The slaves really had a sense of nothing. The hell out of here. We're not Negro, black, colored. We're Moors. We're not Negro, black, colored. We're Moors. This is what we did. This is what we did. You tell me you want some shack that we just showed you? So you tell me, right? You're telling me you're going to go with the modern European and say that this is your culture, right? This is your culture. You're going to listen to the modern European, kidnapping people, murdering people in the street and all that stuff. You're going to listen to them. And then Moors tell you, nah, what that? This is what we used to rep. This is how we were living. This is how we were living. You're telling me you're giving up this? This is where we used to live as Moors. As Moors. This is how we used to live. You have no wooden shacks. Then the other idiots are going to tell you, yeah, well, we build longhouses, and the longhouses that we taught the European that signed constitutions. The indigenous law was made the constitution. Yeah, they got indigenous law. They're building barns. You know a barn? You're the first people of the planet. You talking about barns? How you talking about you lived in a barn? And you living in a barn? Barn? Really? You really are talking about wigwam and longhouse as some founding thing? Real interesting. This is what you're repping? So what you're proud of? You're proud of this. One barn in a field. And when Morris tell you, well, you know, we had culture and stuff like that, you know. We were doing the Negro thing. Well, we had castles. Spain's 7 most Moorish sites. Google that. And then do Moorish sites for everywhere else in the world. And ask yourself, why is Moorish coming up everywhere in the world? Why is everywhere in the world there's some type of representation of Moorish? There's no black representation everywhere in the world. There's no Negro representation anywhere in the world. There's no colored representation anywhere in the world. There's no African anywhere in the world. Moorish. That's all you got. But you don't want that. You don't want to be a Moor. You want to be a crackhead. Coming on people's lives talking crazy. Research the intricacy. Go research intricacy of the details of Moorish architecture. And then go look at some stuff that some Indian built. And then ask yourself, you know, go look at some stuff that some slave built. Then ask yourself, if you could build pyramids and stuff like that, how you go from pyramids to wigwams and cottages? And it's not even like you have some 5-story, 60-acre cottage. Then one cottage in a field. You have no road to get to where you're at. You tell me you want Negro stuff opposed to this? You want to be in a field? You and your barn in a field. That's what you're saying that our people were. Right? When we look at Moorish and we look at Negro, black, colored, etc. Moorish is profound. Moorish is immaculate. Moorish is unreal. Negro, black, colored, etc. Negro, black, colored, etc. is the complete direct opposite. And if you're going to ride with the opposite of everything Moorish, yeah, you're probably a crackhead. You're probably retarded. Because there's no way that I'm going to ride with the foreigner. I'm going to ride with a Negro, a black, a colored, I'm going to ride with an African or an ancient Egyptian or a Hebrew Israelite or a Nuwapian or a whatever before I ride for the Moors who were in the Moorish militia that got kidnapped for my rights. Because all that other stuff mentioned haven't done jack for you. What have they done for you? Well, how has the Hebrew Israelites sacrificed for our people? Show me how. How's the Black Power people sacrifice for our people? We're talking about the ones today. We're not talking about the ones back then who actually sacrificed. Right? People get murdered in their sleep and all that stuff because they're standing up for rights. Same rights that Moorish militia standing up for. That, you know, interesting that Black Panthers and Moorish militia were standing for the same thing. Right to bear arms and protecting yourself. Black Panthers got shot in their sleep, but Moors got kidnapped. And then they're saying, oh yeah, they're dangerous and all that stuff, and they're $8 grand? Shouldn't it be $1 million or something like that for the bail? No, the bail $8 grand. Obviously, I ain't do nothing if bail is $8 grand. Why is the bail $8 grand? Shouldn't it be like $1 million if they're dangerous like that? If they're dangerous like that, shouldn't they have got murdered on the highway? They murdered Fred Hampton in his sleep for right to bear arms, for organizing our people, for having program to feed children. Murdered in his sleep. These Moors on the highway with long guns, and then they got some time. And your dumbass is not realizing that something's up here? You're really going with other than what the Moors are saying? It's very obvious who the sellouts are. It's very obvious to see who the sellouts are. And all the sellouts are going to tell you, you didn't build castles. No, you didn't. You built longhouses. You built a house out of straw. And you're the founder of civilization. You're the oldest people on the planet and you're building stuff out of straw. An ant could make a better thing than this. An ant. I'll go live in the ants' living quarters than these niggers. Because what they want you to do. They want you to be a ward. All they have to do is keep you in wardship, and they did their job. All they have to do. It's a real simple game. It's a real simple game. Get you to accept everything except Moorish. They did their job once you do not ride with Moorish. They want you to give up your birthright and be a ward. all the people telling you about Indian culture or whatever. Indians come from India. This is not India. This is later culture. The founders of civilization, the founders of civilization weren't limited to longhouses and shacks in the woods. Shacks in the woods? Right? You live in the Blair Witch Project house? You talking about you're a founder of civilization? Don't be fooled out of being Moorish. They're playing you. This wasn't our life. There was some people's life like this. There was some people's life like this. But this wasn't everybody. This wasn't everybody's life. Majority of us were free people. Free to the point where these roads that you're on are even roads that's been here. This bridge has been here. Just fix something up and then say, oh yeah, they did something. These people right here, right? People who are playing these games, all these games right here, they be in the woods, the straw roof and all that. That's not founders of civilization. That's Bushmen. That's Bushmen. We're Moors. Our ancestors, they're Moors. And we live in some shacks. We're limited to some shack. Let it register and sink in. And we aren't shack people. Get wise to the game that we're Moors. We're not Negro black colored. We're not Indian. We're not those without God. How are we those without God when we're God made manifest? Right? Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. Our people did wondrous things. We didn't build some wigwams. Some people did. We're not denying that they were done. We're not denying that there were slaves that looked like dark-skinned people and they lived on a barn. And all they had was this little thing that their master gave them because they were such a good nigger that he gave them the pig pen. And then they built around the pig pen and now they have a house. We're not denying it. We're saying that ain't us. We're Moors. How do I know Latins, Hispanics are Moors as well? Just like Noble Ali said, we're on Negro, black, colored. Anybody who speaks Spanish, Latin, knows that Negro doesn't apply to people. Moreno and Morena does. Everybody knows this. And anybody playing the game of I try to identify you as Negro, you already know they're playing you if you speak Spanish or Latin. You already know they're playing you if they're telling you Negro, not Moreno, as your identity. Just that. We're not even going into some history and show you some map from 1500 or whatever like that to prove some shit. We're saying it's right in the language. Because no one Spanish wants to be called Negro. No one. No one who's a Spanish speaker wants to be called Negro. Not one. And again, if they do want to be called Negro, they're a sellout. Because Negro can't identify human beings. That's just what it is. It's not a Moorish thing or whatever. That's what it is. Just like you don't write your name in lowercase. You only do that if you're an infant. Or you don't write your name in all caps. You only do that if you're an infant. If you're grown, you know grammar and all that stuff, you're gonna capitalize. That's just what it is. It's not some high knowledge. We have to hunt through the library to pull this book out to tell us some stuff. Right? So you could also, if you want the whole go through the history or whatever like that, just go to rvbaypublications.com and get the book called Moors and Mexicans. And you don't even have to buy more than one. Just go there and buy that. And then read that book. And then after you read that book, then DM me and tell me if Mexicans are Moors. Exactly. Moreno. Morena. Dark-skinned people. Dark-skinned people. This is known by everyone who speaks Latin, which again is Moorish. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. See you at the premiere. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all Moors worldwide. Honors to all mothers. Islam.
Peace, Moors. Islam. You know what time it is, fam? Got some great news today. Seen some great news today. Yeah. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Squirrel foot. Yeah. Back down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you know, you know. Grand Sheik Squirrel Foot back down. You see? You see how it worked? You see how Allah worked? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just when people thought it was over with, just when people thought things were just, nah, it's never gonna be better. You never say never. You never say never. You stand on principles. Divine and national. Back home now. Still got another more from what I know so far. Still got another more. That's still, I'm saying, up in that, if I'm not mistaken. But you see how Allah worked though? All you naysayers that's out there. Yeah. All that running your mouths and all that shit. Talking shit. Huh? Don't get quiet. Don't get quiet. Don't get quiet. Don't get quiet out there, nah. I know this shit make them big mad though. Hey yo Ma. Niggas is big mad right about now, huh? Oh. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, G. They big hate. Big mad and all that. Just like the sun is shining. Just like the sun is shining, fam. The Moors gonna rise. Moors gonna rise whether you want them to rise or not. Just like the sun gonna come up whether you want the sun to come up or not. See that right there? Whether you want the sun to come up or not, it's still gonna rise. Don't matter if you want it to come up or not. It don't matter. You see, things happen for reasons. So it was a divine reason why a lot of these so-called Moors, dirty ones, was hating. It was a lot of dirty ones out there. Now they were saying that, you know, rise of the Moors, they ain't never gonna unite again. They ain't never gonna come back home. They ain't never gonna click back together. Where the fuck you at now? Don't get quiet. Don't get quiet right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't get quiet. This is why you stand on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That was my brother Cujo right there. Peace and love to all the Muslims around the planet, around the world. This is why the sun is always gonna come up. So when people be like, nah, love, Islam. When people be like, well, you know, just do what you doing because everybody doing it. Fuck that. You shouldn't do nothing if there's no rhyme, reason, logic, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, some form of comprehension involved. You shouldn't just be just a blind follower with anything. You feel me? You should just never be, you be what you want to be. That's your right to self-determination. But if you're using a critical mind, when people just doing shit blindly, you shouldn't just be a fucking follower and just do it. Because you see the sun shining. Whether it's cloudy, Islam. Yes, sir. Whether it's cloudy, whether it's sunny, whether it's a windy day, guess what? Nature is still gonna be what it be. Wind is still gonna blow. They gonna moor right there. It's a lot of people out there in trouble now when it comes to this fire. This fire about to get spit out. Sprat. All you naysayers about, man, Jamhal ain't never gonna come home. He ain't never gonna get out. He always gonna be locked up. Yeah. Rise of the Moors ain't never gonna unite again. Yeah. What you gotta say now, goofballs? What you gotta say now? I know you big mad. Hey, Jamhal, I know they big mad right now. Yo, I know they big mad right now. You can see the hatred through the phone. Yeah. You can see the hatred through the phone, G. Don't be mad. That ain't love. You should show love. You should be mad for. You know what I'm saying? Why would you be mad? Just show love. Peace. Ah.
What's up?
Peace, more.
What's up?
My dude.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I'm happy to see your ass, man. Real shit, man.
I appreciate it.
Man. So, we got a lot of festivities.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
It feels
festivities.
good. Feels good. I want to thank, I plan on making the personal phone calls for everybody that supported, that I have their number and all that kind of stuff. But for the Moors, so I don't have your contact information, I just really want to say thank you. Because I could have just been sitting in there with, $8,000 bail, just sitting there and not being able to pay it. And, when we first was arrested, there's a lot of Moors putting fiat on the books to feed us. Because jail food is whack. And if it wasn't for that commissary money, we would have been freezing. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for the Moors that sent those books. Sent me stuff to read, because we was locked down 20 hours a day. And I'm pretty sure Tariq and Avon was locked down 24 hours a day. Or maybe it was like 23 and 1, so that way they could take a shower. So, it wasn't easy. But also want to thank, all praise due to Allah, because I've been praying real hard.
Yes, sir.
Trying to stay strong, because people, I don't want to say too much, but people fold in certain situations. People turn back on what they believe in and what the truth is out of fear. So I definitely want to thank Allah for instilling in me some type of discipline and the ability to acknowledge the truth, the ability to stand on what I truly believe in, because it's the absolute truth. Thanks to Prophet Noble Jarlee for coming to give us this information, because in all honesty, this is the only salvation. There's nothing else. So yeah, appreciate you. My wife was telling me you was always, putting the word out and helping us sell the books so that way we could pay our bills.
Still got books.
So I appreciate it.
Come on, man. Y'all already know, fam. You already know, fam. Come on now.
Nah, but a lot of dudes get tested, and you already know, man. I already know people was exposing themselves when we got locked up.
Yeah.
People acting like they're friends and they're really not. So all praise to Allah. People got exposed to who they really are, and that's also important.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So it might be easy for someone like you to say you already know what it is, but other people, they show their true colors for real.
Yep. Oh no, he's never gonna get out. Hey man, I'm so happy right now, bro.
Yeah, shoot,
I seen the picture, man. Little mamas.
Yeah, I know when I first got in, she had no teeth. She couldn't walk. Now she's doing everything. Yeah, now she can sit up now. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm very
beautiful,
happy.
Man.
Very thankful.
Beautiful, man. But
and there's a lot of brothers that's down that know the science. There's a lot of brothers that's waking up, converting to Islam and all that. They know these dudes know what's up, man, for real. And it's very crucial that brothers like you continue to put information out there, because people are looking. People want to know. Even in jail, people want to know. I got moved from and I wrote this in a letter to Cujo.
Okay.
When I was on Depot in Billerica, I was with Lucha, and Lucha was putting in mad work as far as teaching people. So we was quarantining in Billerica he was quarantined for a week. I was quarantined for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I was 23 and 1, and they fed you through the traveling dog. And then you had to take the little COVID test. They just put the little Q-tip in your nostrils, and then they brought you to general population. I was in Depot. I was in cell 115. And So I was there 2 weeks. Lucha was there a week, and he was just teaching people about, you know, constitutional law and stuff like that. And you know, after a while, literally all the Asiatics, all the so-called black dudes was coming to my cell, just asking for help with their case. So they ended up sending me and Lucha to the hole, and they said I was recruiting people into my organization. So I'm saying that to show you how they don't even want people to know just basic constitutional law to fight their own cases. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want that.
Right.
So this is real important, like for real. There's a lot of dudes that's literally down for nothing. They're literally down for they're literally down for them, not the people that's in jail, but the state pushing unconstitutional laws.
Yep.
And that's like literally the only reason why they're down. The only reason why they're in jail. You know, it's crazy.
Yes, sir.
So when the prophet said enforce the Constitution, that's it. Watch out.
That's it.
Be careful.
Also,
be
you know,
careful.
I met some dudes that's from Chicago. I met some GDs. Bro,
Yeah.
they know.
They know.
They know. A lot of these gangs started off as Muslim groups. And then, you know, what they do is they arrest the leaders. This is the shit's going to pro. They lock up the leaders, and then they spread the negativity, and then they got the Asiatics fighting each other.
Yep.
You know, think about it. Why did Donald Trump pardon Kodak Black and not Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover?
Right.
When people went to Donald Trump and specifically asked for them, not Kodak Black.
Right.
Now, I'm not hating on Kodak. I'm pretty sure he's happy that he's free, but all the violence that's going on in Chicago, those dudes can stop it.
Overnight.
Why didn't they release them so that way they can stop it?
That shit will stop overnight.
Yeah, and they know that. But they want our people to be stuck in that cycle of violence against each other. That's what they want.
Yes, sir. They know that shit. Same thing with Jeff Ford, Chief Malik, Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
Same shit. Hey, man. It's a beautiful day, man. It's a beautiful day. I'm so happy to see your ass, man. It's been man, real shit, man. Fuck this, all that other shit. Man to man shit, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, but you know what's on some funny shit though? Cause you home, you back down now. Hey, how long was we talking about these damn books? Like, fam, I be telling your ass like, bro, put some more books out. But y'all gotta know, they gotta know though, these books are not cheap though. Like, this is shit is expensive.
The price to even make them went up because there's all this COVID crap. You know, the economy's going down. So even before all of this, even before I was in jail, the prices of the book was for me to print them was going up. But I just kept it as it was. But now it's crazy.
Yep. So y'all hear that, Moors? We gotta help each other out, man. We gotta support each other.
We got more books.
Now y'all heard that. Got more books. Shout out to bro wife, Jalissa. Support them, man. I'm gonna put the cash app up. What's the cash app?
Nah, Cash App is off.
We just passed some Masonic luck. Cash App is also. Well, once we figure everything out, we'll post information because you know they just target us on all types of levels. So
yeah,
once we figure it out, we'll let people know. I appreciate it. Yeah. So just DM us and we'll put the information out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm still kind of slow right now because you know jail ain't nothing to do. So I'm thinking slow, I'm talking slow, I'm walking slow. So I'm not a clone though. I'm not a clone. I'm tired.
This is the real you.
But yeah, we'll figure it out.
This is the real you, right? Mom. You hear me?
Hold on, my bad. Call us a minute. What you say?
I said this is the real you, right?
Huh?
This is the real you, right?
Yeah, man. No, but we're about to pull up on the jail so I can get my property. My dad just called, so I'll be around.
All right, for sure, man. Came out with the gold grill on their ass.
All right, peace.
Peace. Yeah, Moors. So y'all see what's going down, man. You see what's going down, fam. Straight from Moor mouth. You see what's going down. You see what's going down. They gonna try to keep us divided, fam. They want to keep us fighting each other, banging against each other. GDs, BDs, Bloods, Crips. They want to keep us gang banging and killing each other, man, because it ain't no strength. There ain't no strength in that. The strength is, listen, don't matter what kind of so-called religion that you click with, don't matter what kind of, you know what I'm saying, you click with, fam, we stronger together, G. And that's what it is. Once we come down with that right there, you stand for something, principles, G. That's why there are 5 universal principles. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You got to stand for something out here, G. Because time is now. Fuck later. This shit happening right now. You know what I'm saying? You said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the rise of the Moors, man. I don't know if you know, but what's going on right now on the planet? Fam, the planet is alive, G. The planet has always been alive. The frequency increases when the people's consciousness increases to higher dimensions, fam. Higher levels of multiple thought. Because the word is God. So we out here talking ungodly, talking about black, Indian, all this shit. Fam, that's not it. If we talking about, I hate this person because they like this, or I hate this person because they like that. Ain't no strength in that. Listen, the negative feeds off negative. How do you defeat negative? You got to flood that shit with love. You have to overpower that shit with truth. That's how you defeat that shit. Your vibration got to increase. When I say your vibration, I'm talking about us collectively, G. They fuck with one of us, they got to fuck with all of us. Real shit. Yo, the t-shirt. Holla at the Moor. I think he on here right now, Joe. Holla at the Moor Joe. Joe Boy. Joe Boy 100. They fuck with one of us, they got to fuck with all of us, fam. That's the wave. That's the wave. That's the unified wave. Because they can't feed off positive energy. Listen, see how the cloud just came? See that? Look. Now the sun is still there. The sun is still there. It's still there. It's just cloudy. It's just cloudy. Oh yeah, Moor, you know what it is, Moor. The sun is still there. Peace, Moor.
What up, Kush?
What's the word, Moor?
You already know. You already know it's throw it up in the air day.
Yes, sir.
Shutting up the haters today. Shutting up the haters day.
Where the haters at? Where they at?
This is Shut Up the Haters Day. That's what it is now. Shut Up the Haters Day. This is the day right here.
Go ahead and sound off on the Moor. I'm just happy to be here. Go ahead and sound off.
Yo, just happy to be a Moor right now. Honors to all the Moors out there. Honors to all the Moors who've been supporting the Moorish militia before they went in there. Not the people who just jumped on board after. Honors to the Moors who've been there from day one. The A1s from day one.
Yes, sir.
Honors to all those Moors. Honors to the whole Moorish militia. Who I think I don't know if is everybody out now? Everybody's out now?
I don't know. I think one more might I think
one more
Brother
still in there?
Jamil. I don't know if Brother Jamil is still in there or not.
Jamil, they might still be holding Jamil.
I think I'm not sure.
Well, we still put the hashtag out there. Still put out the hashtag. We ain't done. We're not done yet.
We ain't done yet.
You know what I mean? We're not done yet. It ain't over yet.
What's up, man?
You know? Even though we're celebrating, it ain't over yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make sure you get them, make sure you get those books over there, and make sure you fill up the Mercy charities and fill up everything else so we can keep supporting what needs to be supported. You know what I mean? Because it ain't over yet.
It ain't over yet.
Moors like to celebrate too fast.
Yeah.
Don't celebrate too fast. Slow down. Slow down.
We still out here,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Every day, man.
We still got work to do. It ain't over yet.
Right.
Mad work to do still. You know what I mean? But
This,
honors to all the Moors who've been supporting and showing love to the Moorish militia.
yes,
Because
sir.
we already know that's the true Mufti force out there. You know what I mean? And everybody was repping for some fruits of Islam and all that stuff. You know?
Yep.
The real deal is nationality is the order of the day.
Yes, sir.
And them fruits of Islam, they're stateless.
Yes,
They
sir.
ain't nobody's army. They're nothing. Bunch of sellouts. Make sure you support the real. Don't give in now. Don't give in now.
Talk to him.
Stay true to the cause. Because this is all that's left. This is it. Ain't nothing left. Everything else is about to go down with the ship.
Yes, sir.
Everything else is going down with the ship. So you better support your Moorish birthrights right now. You better support Drew Ali. You better support all the active Moors who've been out here busting their ass and sacrificing, getting kidnapped, getting their ass kicked, eating shit, jail food and all that stuff. You better support the Moors who've been sacrificing for you while you do nothing. If you haven't been sacrificing, start sacrificing. Because even Drew Ali told Moors, at the risk of your very life, defend this.
Yep.
And that's the reason why. The reason why is right here, right now. You know, being able to any day of the week get some Kush lessons. Any day of the week you get some Kush lessons. These sacrifices. Think you don't have better stuff to do than be on here?
Man.
Freaking reading books to people? I know you got better stuff to do. But what? We got obligations. We got holy covenants.
Yes, sir.
Right? We got holy covenants that we got to look out for our people. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
honor to all the Moors who've been putting that word out. All the Moors. As little as you've done, honors to you. All this wouldn't be going on if it wasn't for all the Moors who are putting in their work. Active, not passive. Upright, independent, and fearless. Just because that's what has to be done. This is not a game. You know what I mean? And look at what they did to the Moors. This is not a game. These people aren't playing around. They're not playing around. They're very serious with what they're doing.
Yep.
So we need to be serious with what we're doing on every level, on multiplicity of levels. We need to be serious with what we're doing. You know what I mean? But it was good to see. It was good to see the Moor back home.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was good. It was good to see that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo, I want to ask you something more.
Yeah, Moor.
Yo, Cool Joe. Yo, would you say the people that's joined up with the NOI and the people that's joined up with the FOI and the people that's joined up with the U.S. corporation military, how many of them people would you say, how many millions would you say that probably that number is? Just to throw a ballpark number out.
Enough that we could have our own army.
Bing bong, right there. Bing bong.
Enough that we could have our own.
Can have our own, man.
Enough that we could have our own.
So us
that many.
So I just bring that up because I want to show people, and Moors have been showing people, such as yourself, such as the Khalifa Moors, such as Moors down south, Moors up north, Moors on East Coast, around the world. I want to just bring this point up because the Moor just got locked up, brother. Grand Sheikh Jamhal just came home and he served for the U.S. corporation.
Yeah.
So just look at that for a second. Look how they treat one of their own so-called soldiers that had honor. He didn't get dishonorable discharge. He had honorable.
Honorable.
And look how they
Honorable.
treated one of theirs.
Yeah,
Versus if we link up for our own nation,
yeah,
the Moorish militia, and bang out for our own nation. Fam. They
yeah,
treat us, they look how they just treated Moore. They treated him like just locked him up.
yeah.
But he was all
All
good
that,
when
all
he was
that,
serving them.
all that, what they call that stuff again? Veterans, the veterans, whatever.
Yeah. Bro.
all that veteran honor the veteran stuff's out the window.
Man, look what they did, fam.
You know
Look
what
how
I
they
mean?
treated one of the veterans that had honors.
One of the veterans.
Come on,
Look
man.
what they did. What they did to the veteran.
Hey,
Peace,
peace,
Moore.
everybody. Peace.
Islam, more.
Peace. How y'all doing?
Moore's Lighthouse,
Moore's
Islam.
Need to be following this Moore right here. Moore's
Hey,
Lighthouse.
I just want to give a shout out to everybody. It's a beautiful day. But like Cujo said, the work ain't over. Just to continue on the build, I would encourage people to stop being cheap or stop thinking $90 for a book is cheap, because education is what we need, because we know how bad we've been miseducated out here. And so for people to be lazy and look at a price tag on a literature that supports our own people, that just says something about your character. So I challenge people to like get out their comfort zone, start posting stuff, start reading more. That's my issue with a lot of our people. We make excuses for this. It's stupid as shit. But as soon as somebody come on here, start educating somebody, we want to start asking all these questions all of a sudden. It's like everybody always have an issue with being a Moor now. Like 10 years ago, it's like, what was all this energy back then? So I really want I'm very happy to see Jamhal again. Like, my thing is like I almost teared up, being real honest. Cause like seeing him with his daughter, cause like that's what I was like longing for. Like as a father,
Yeah.
you just know, you just feel it. So my thing is like support each other, support the literature. I'm be pushing books just like Kush do. Be following his trail and everything. But everybody do y'all thing. And I'll yield.
Yes, sir.
Islam, bro.
Yes, sir. If you're not following Moore right there, Jalil Bey, put a follow on him, because that book that I be referenced to a lot, him and Brother Truth Ali, he is the researcher of that book. So you're not dealing with somebody that don't be known. Moore right there, Jalil, he know what he on. We are not black. Talk to him, Moore.
I'm about to say another reason why I started posting more, because I really didn't post it like that. That's not I like to be in the background researching for other people, giving people the information. But as soon as Jamhal got locked up, everybody needs to have the next man up mentality and stop looking for a leader. So like as soon as if you can't be anywhere physically, at least be around locally and start teaching science to people around you. Like we have to have that next man up mentality and stop looking for leaders all the time. That's pretty much what I want to say.
And just so people don't get it twisted, next man up includes mothers too. Just so in case people think it's this some manly thing or something like that.
Right.
Next man up is also mothers. Right. But another thing too, make sure you connect with Moorish Lighthouse, because we know that a lot of our people, their attention span, they can't do the 5-hour stuff like we used to do with Taj and Grand Sheik Nature and Asir and all that. But the more keeps it short, you know what I mean? Keeps it simple to the point, so that you can get the point and keep it moving.
With the resources. With the resources.
Yeah, with the resources.
More be showing books, facts. Follow him, man.
With the resources.
Yes,
so
sir.
Don't forget, there's enough work for everybody to do. They got the Moors who are going to go live for 10 hours, and you got the Moors who are going to be going for a minute.
Yeah.
So everybody could get their little piece.
No excuses.
And keep in mind, the work is a lot for everybody to do. So like he's saying, next man up mentality is where it's at. It's been that, because it's always been that idea. You know what I mean? People don't have to get, you know what I mean, kidnapped for there to be next man up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Rise of the Moors, man.
Yeah, beautiful day.
Yeah, man.
Bro came out there with the gold grill.
Yeah, I know, right? Maul had the gold grills on, killing them.
Killing them.
Killing them.
Like,
Killing them.
bro swagged out already.
Exactly.
But
Killing
that's how it goes though. When you see all these when you see whoever get kidnapped, they coming with the Rolls Royce to pick them up and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They got them their favorite suit and all that stuff when they get out. So it ain't no different.
Right.
It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Same thing.
I'm feeling good. It's probably how the disciples felt when so-called Jesus resurrected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, home, G. All these crickets. Nah, don't think. See, you know what it be though? They think they dealing with Moors that used to be that's quiet and cool and calm. Nah, we a bug on you. We a bug up on you real quick.
Exactly.
You thinking like, nah, we just gonna let y'all. Nah, don't think we not finna spray no raid on y'all. Nah, you know what I'm saying? We finna spray some raid on y'all roaches.
Right.
We peaceful.
Troll spray. Troll spray.
That troll spray.
Troll spray.
Yeah. Peace to Mario Bay. Peace to brother Mario Bay. Troll spray on him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we peaceful now. Don't get it twisted.
Love is the first principle. Oh yeah, love is the first principle.
Well, we on justice stuff.
We get it messed up.
It's justice time. It's been justice.
We on
time.
justice. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't standing 10 toes on these principles and standards that Noble Drew Ali brought back to us, you better get a clue.
Yep.
Real shit.
Better get a clue.
You better get a clue.
Great.
That's right.
Know what I'm saying?
Right, then I'm gonna head out here. Y'all keep the bill going. Peace and love.
Yeah, more.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love to you, more. Islam.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, honors to the Prophet. Honors to Drew
Prophet.
Ali.
Noble Drew Ali.
Without Drew Ali, we wouldn't even be able to say nothing. We didn't have any.
Hey, didn't the Prophet, when he brought the oral prophecies, didn't he say, I'm going to give y'all something to shout about?
Yep.
This is one of them times.
Something to jump about. Yep.
This is one of them times.
This is one of those times for real.
It's one of them times, man. More back home now.
Give you something to shout about.
It's one of them times right now. You know what I'm saying? So now, y'all got something that y'all can shout about. You got something that you can't tear up.
Straight up.
Mar said, don't leave. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm here for now.
He said, don't leave. Hold up. Okay. Finna bring more back on. He said, don't leave. Okay.
Keep going backwards. Grand Sheik Cujo.
Yo. Yo, we're out here. We're out here. You already know. So you got your luggage.
Yeah. I appreciate those books. I was passing those books out.
You already know, fam. Just like Kush said. You already know, man.
Yeah, I know, but you can't say that for everybody. You can't say that for everybody.
Yo. Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
You still turbaned up. You still turbaned up. I don't see no kind of chink in the armor. And
I'm just
armor looking shiny, actually. Armor looking shiny.
I'm just walking slow. That's it.
Armor looking shiny.
Armor looking shiny right now.
Man, the prophet said the truth doesn't change, fade, or pass away. So
straight up.
So you know what I'm saying? If I would have switched up, then that would have been, evidence of who I am, evidence of my character, evidence of a coward. You know what I'm saying? That would have been evidence of, I'm only teaching, or I'm only in this movement for a personal gain. That's not what I'm in it for. Yeah. Even when I came in the movement, I said, the same dedication and willingness I gave to the Marines is the same thing I'm going to give to my people, and there's nothing else to live for, man.
Right. Nothing else. What else you got?
I'm not trying to have my daughter not know who she is, man. That shit sucks.
Straight up.
Yep.
Straight up.
Just lost.
Man, look. It's a beautiful day, man.
Yeah, it is
That's
a
all I
beautiful day.
know.
Yeah,
But
it is.
don't forget about people that be in jail, man. People be going through it. You know, not everyone has a supportive family. There's people that don't get commissary. There's people that don't, you know, they can't call their wife or their girl or whatever. They're just in there suffering, forgotten. So, you know,
Yeah.
if you got family or relatives or loved ones or even friends in jail, call them, write them. Don't let them feel like they're forgotten, man. Because there was days in there
No
where I just felt
abandonment.
like I was forsaken, you know. So,
For real.
and that's just the battle of my higher self and lower self. And you know, my wife could tell you that I was going through it sometimes. You know, it wasn't a cakewalk, but I mean, there's worse jails, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't easy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Especially being locked down 23 hours a day for long periods of time. That's not easy. You know, you gotta use the bathroom with a stranger in the room. You know, a grown ass man.
Right.
You know, and you gotta deal with their anger problems. You know, dudes go to court, have a bad day, and just crash out. You know what I'm saying? They just fight whoever. You know what I mean? I've seen it. Or dudes got beef on the streets with some other dudes, and they say, oh, in order to live on this unit, you got to crash out or you got to pay to stay. Like I've seen all of this stuff, so it's not the safest place to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to keep your head on a swivel at all times. You got to pay attention to all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so man, people get tested, man. And well, my point really was don't forget about those people in jail.
Yeah.
They need you, and they, you know, dudes try to act tough, like, oh, I'm alright. Dudes ain't alright, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Dudes ain't, even Jamil. They brought Jamil to Bridgewater. They do crazy stuff there. You know, they do one of my cellmates was telling me that in Bridgewater, they will tackle you down and inject whatever medicine they want inside of you. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's fine. We're in a hoopty. We ain't got to hide it. She's like, the car's gonna make noise. I don't care. It's like we in a motorcycle.
It's a helicopter.
Shoot.
That's the Moore mobile right there.
Right.
Get a lawnmower.
Right.
Oh yeah. So I really got on to say thank you to Cujo. That was really it. And I start talking about stuff.
Yeah, boy.
No, it's all love, man.
It's all love.
Yeah, I remember.
That's all we got.
I remember
it's all love.
you sent me a book, and when I got the book, it just felt good because, you know, I was in jail, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was in jail at where our people are at one of the lowest states, you know. So being in that environment, it just felt good to have a Moor who knows he's a Moor, who's not a Negro, send me more science. You know what I'm saying? Because the dudes in there, they're talking about 99% of the time, lower self stuff. And I'm not like that. So I literally had to stick to myself 90% of the time and just walk around and work out. You know what I mean? Unless dudes have something really positive or productive to talk about, which are very rare.
Yeah.
You know, but I was fortunate enough
and
to have,
actually too, it was when it initially went down, and there was a package I sent out to everybody, and I think 5 of them came back. I think yours got there, Tarif got there. I think Tarif and Quinn shared theirs or something, but some of them didn't even get in there. So we know that, you know what I mean? Like you're saying, once you get behind them gates, it's a whole different world in there. And the support is definitely needed. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's all it was about, yo, just supporting y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Literally in there, you don't have nothing. Nothing but this. That's it.
There they go.
So if this isn't strong, you're screwed.
Yeah.
They messing with the feed.
I'm just really thankful for all the Moors that supported. Like I said, I'm gonna call people personally and say thank you. You know, I just wanted to thank you specifically in front of everybody.
Islam, yo. Just like Kush said, you already know, man. So like Kush said, you already know, man. You already know.
You say you already know.
You already know. After all the BS these Moors been talking about, this the least that we could do is show some support. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I appreciate it.
And not back down from the support because they were talking crazy.
Crazy.
They were
Yeah,
talking crazy.
Crazy. What?
that's sad, bro. That's sad.
Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
When
sad.
we say crazy, they were talking crazy. Moors, Europeans,
Crazy.
attorneys, freaking whoever, black
Everybody did.
guys, whoever, everybody talking crazy. Crazy. There's no way that they could have put all that energy out and we not,
We need to go
you know
north.
what I mean? Hold back with some of the energy that we got us, the support energy.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't hold back
Yeah.
on the support energy. No way.
We gonna counter
No way.
all that negative.
Yeah, we have to counter it.
Yeah,
we
but
gonna counter
we
that
got,
shit.
yeah.
that's the defense though. That's still needed, you know, to defend the truth. Because the truth, you know, they say the truth shall set you free, but it's not just the truth; it's the active enforcement and application of the truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're constantly standing on the truth.
Yeah.
Because if you just know the truth and you don't use it, well, how's it gonna set you free?
Right.
Or if you know the
Right.
truth, you use it, you give up, then how's it gonna set you free?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be active, man. Gotta be active with it.
And let me put this out there too. I was telling the mother too to make sure that you get your detox on now that you're out. You know what I mean? You're, like you say, you're moving slow and all that stuff. So don't be afraid to tell these Moors go F themselves for a couple weeks so you can get yourself back in order.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
because we know
absolutely.
when that first live kicks off, it's about to be
Ah,
hard.
it's on. It's shit lit. Shit lit.
I really just want to say thank you. No, that's why I'm on. Just thank you.
It's not war.
That's really like
Y'all
from the
trying to
bottom of
say
my heart.
honors
Thank
to
you.
you and everybody. Honors to you and the fam, yo.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
strong. Stay strong.
I hear love mamas in the background. She talking. She saying Islam.
Just straight up.
Say
You heard me,
peace.
Jamal?
Yeah, yeah. She said
You heard
peace.
me?
She was just telling me. She was telling me that, you know, Cujo was checking in on her every so often, make sure she was okay. Like, that's important to me. There's Moors that's here that weren't doing it. There was Moors that's minutes away from the jail, didn't come to see me. That's crazy. To me, that's crazy. I'm
Wow.
not talking down on them. I'm just saying that's great.
Right.
I wouldn't even. I don't even know what to say about that. I'm not mad or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, someone that's miles away is calling my family to make sure that's good, to make sure they're good. That means a lot. You know,
Real shit.
so you might be saying you already know, but nah, because I thought some stuff, and you know, the actions prove that I didn't know. You know, so I have an obligation to show gratitude, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Islam, fam. No worries. For
Islam.
sure we do.
Islam.
Holy
Now,
covenant all day. Holy
you know
covenant
what?
all day.
Now you know what though? Now,
What's up?
since Grand Sheik Jamal is out now, we want some of that energy put up into them books so those books can start getting spread everywhere.
Appreciate
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Spread that energy. You know how you can pay more back some? Going back with love and support. Support his
Yeah.
fam. Support his
Yeah.
fam now.
Man,
Buy some of them books up.
just study for real. Study
Yeah.
for real. Study for real. You need to study
Yeah.
for real. I seen one of the questions was, how did I stay sane? I was learning. I learned about anatomy. I learned about motor neurons, how to brain, you know, the hypothalamus and the pineal gland, the endocrine system, how all of that works.
Learned Arabic.
Mhm.
And I learned how to read and write Arabic. You know, dudes in there just doing nothing all day. I was reading. You know,
Yeah.
and it talks
Yeah.
about that in the Quran.
Sharpen your sword.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty sharp.
what did it say? I can't really remember word for word, but I'm pretty sure it says basically the mastermind develops his mind. Basically,
Yeah.
develop your mind, because it's crazy, man. A lot. I've been woken up to a lot of stuff. You know, like my perspective has changed drastically on what actually matters. You know, not to say that I wasn't doing stuff that actually mattered, but just being angry over stupid stuff or being impatient Like this really forced me to be patient for real. And I think that's also why I'm talking slow and moving slow, but because you know normally I'm talking a mile a minute and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The new you.
Yes, sir.
He said it's even me.
The slow talker.
Yo.
Man, I don't even know how to. I'm just gonna keep saying I truly appreciate it for real. For real.
Yeah.
Even a kind word that I didn't hear means a lot.
Yeah.
Even the character witness letters that you know people wrote on my behalf, even though they still held me dangerous, even that meant a lot. You know, because in there you really be questioning yourself, like, am I really a good person? Like, why am I in here? You know, like so. It's a test for real, man, for real. You know,
straight up.
Quinn was getting spit on. Quinn was being denied showers. You know, there was a so-called Puerto Rican CEO that made Lucha beg for food. He said, because you know Lucha's so-called Puerto Rican, even though he knows he's a Moor, but you know, just to let you know what was going on. When we was in the hole, this Puerto Rican CEO was like, "Oh, you make Puerto Ricans look bad." So when the chow came, when the food came, well, it wasn't really food, chow. Hold on, my bad. So when the food came, he would make Lucha beg for the food.
That's crazy.
He would feed him last and then make him beg for the food. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So Morris was going through that. Morris was getting spit on. And you see Quinn in court. Quinn still didn't fold. He's not mad. He's not angry. He was getting spit on. Spit on his body. Another grown-ass man spit during COVID, getting spit on. And denied showers. That's crazy.
Crazy.
So Morris was going through it. Tariq and Abon was locked in 23, right? 23 and 1. They was just I at least had 4 hours of rest. They was in there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Just locked in a room. Just locked in a room. It was like a 6x12 room. Yeah, where someone killed themselves and they had to clean it up.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I've seen dudes put a hit out on Muslims just because. They paid some crazy dude in drugs or whatever and just swung on a Muslim while he was watching TV. Like, it's real. It's you know what I mean? So when you see these Moors are true Moors. You know what I'm saying? They're not tried and true for real, man. Tried and true. That's all
Tried
I'm
and
saying.
true.
Tried and true.
Tried and true.
Even the more supporting, tried and true. This was a test for everybody. And whoever passed, whoever failed. It's not up to me to judge, but Allah's watching. Allah knows what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Tried and true, man.
Yeah, cruel and unusual punishment, for real.
Man. We got to support, man. We got to study, fam. We got to get active.
Yeah.
Get
You have
active.
to study.
Yeah.
Study.
Oh, somebody was asking about the book list. So you could go to RV Bay Publications, go get everything on there.
Yup. Khalifa
Go to
Media.
khalifamedia.com, get everything on there. Message Khalifa Society on here, go get their stuff.
You still
Message Official Rise of the Moors, go get all their stuff that they got so they could print some more. You know what I mean? You could go to obashangol.com and get all his stuff on there.
Yep.
He's got the drive with books for days on his drive.
Yep.
Don't go to House of Ram and go get their drive. Forget all that BS. When we go into the pastors, support Moors. We prefer Moors right now.
Oh God.
We prefer Moors right now.
And if you can, order books and send them to brothers in jail. They got nothing to do but read.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, send them to Circle 7. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That got passed around. Dudes was feeling it. Yeah, man. Dudes was asking me questions, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. It's the rise of the Moors, man. So that ain't.
Rise of the Moors.
I gotta put that out there too. Rise of the Moors is not a catchphrase, fam. This is a divine and national movement. This is not an organization. No, this is a way of life. This is not no organization where we like, yeah, we a clique and all that. No, sir. This is about birthrights, nationality. It's about free national standards and principles. What do you stand for? What do you stand on? That's what this is.
Also, there was CEOs in the jail talking about how what they're charging me with is unconstitutional.
Wait, say it again?
Correctional officers in the jail telling me that the charges that I'm facing are unconstitutional and I should have been out of jail.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah, even the court sheriff, the dudes in the white shirts, when they were bringing me in, they were like, "Why are you still here?" You know what I'm saying? And then when they brought me back to the jail, one of the sergeants was coming down and was like, "Yo, they're trying to change like the first 15 words of the Second Amendment. They're trying to remove the whole militia part." Yeah.
That's us.
What?
They are trying to change shit because of the Moorish militia. Even in Rhode Island, they're changing, what you can and can't carry, magazines, all of
That's
that.
crazy. What happened to Cujo? He dropped out?
They fear.
Yeah, they messing with the feed. They messing with the feed. We gotta stick tight, boys. We gotta stick tight, man.
Yeah, so I wanted to give Cujo his props in front of everybody so that way people know there's real people out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people that actually care out here. And, my wife was also telling me that Kush was also promoting the books, and that, we got bills, bro. Don't think that we're immune to oppression. We're oppressed.
You hear a car?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you hear the car, sounds like we're on a motorcycle.
Support, Moors. Support, man. Show love.
And we're not begging for handouts. No, we're asking. We're trading something. Here's information.
Right.
We're not saying, yo, just give me money. Nah.
Right.
Here's information. Yeah. And don't worry. Well, you'll see. I was in there writing.
Oh yeah.
Be on the lookout for some manuscripts.
Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you though, my handwriting's trash. But yeah. But I'm almost at my mom's house, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Peace and love to all the Moors. Peace and love to all the true Moors. All praise is due to Allah. I bear witness and recognize all true and divine prophets. I make no distinction between any of them. Much respect and honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the Moorish American prophet that woke us up, taught us about who we are, our true identity, our true divine creed. That you have no idea how important that is. Yeah, you have no idea. I don't even know how to fully explain what I just experienced. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's just a difference. There's just a difference. And this is the truth. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love to all the Moors. On behalf of my family, thank you very much. On behalf of myself, thank you very much. And that's all I got. Peace.
Peace, Moor. We gonna build. You already know.
Yeah, you already know. I'm gonna call you.
You already know.
All right, peace.
Peace, Moor.
I might pull up on a rack too. You never know.
Slide. You gotta slide.
I might. You never know. All right.
You gotta slide.
Peace.
Peace. Peace, Moors. Peace, Moors. Got one of the Moors back home. Still got much work to do. You know what I'm saying? Much work to do, man. You could tell more. You could tell the energy right now it's lit, fam. This shit lit, man. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? What can you do to support? Study, study, study. And not just study. Be active in that studying. Be active in that studying, fam. Be active in that studying. This live I think this beam I'm finna cut off. Hold up. It's finna cut off in like 2 minutes. But be active to the studying, man. Don't just, I had seen something interesting today. A lot of people nowadays, they got a lot of access to a lot of information. They got a lot of access to a lot of information. You know what I'm saying, love? People got a lot of access to a lot of information, like these younger ones. They got a lot of access to a lot of information. But the difference is, it's not just about having access to a lot of information, like books and all that stuff. The key is the understanding and the comprehension of those books, of that knowledge, the comprehension and the activation of that. You feel me? It's not just enough to just say, yeah, I got all these books and I got all this knowledge. That's what I was reading. I was reading Ancient Wisdom of the Ancients. Was it Ancient Wisdom? Ancient Wisdom of the Ancients by Longsong Rampa. It's the activation of the knowledge, which is only going to come through understanding and comprehension. Knowledge is cool, but it follows with wisdom, and it follows that with understanding. That's the application of that. So it's cool to have the knowledge, but just having the knowledge is nothing without wisdom and understanding and comprehension, bringing it all together. See, I still form that pyramid. It still forms that numerology, that symbology pyramid. It's your science. And as I'm saying that, not a raindrop stop falling. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there might be a lot crying right now with some tears of joy right now. I don't know. But the rain definitely dropping out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. A little sprinkle or something. Peace and love to all the Muslims, man. Peace and love to all the Muslims around the planet, all around the world. All the Moors. Listen, and don't forget, Albions, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, you got Europeans that's helping. Not all Europeans out here dirty, and not all our people out here positive. You know what I'm saying? It's not always just Europeans out here on dirt mode. You got our own people that's out here on dirt mode too. See, that's uncomfortable for a lot of people to be on and think on, like, nah, our own people wouldn't do that. Yeah, all right. See, that part gonna be uncomfortable. Real. You know what I'm saying? Study, 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 man. Teach your babies, your nieces, your nephews, your loved ones. Drop off a little literature to them. Drop off a little something to them. Drop a couple little words off to them. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. Don't forget, the battle ain't over with. Battle ain't over with. Because the war's still on. War's still on. And who the war against? The war is against anybody going against the supreme law of the land, the Constitution, the supreme law of the land of what you would say, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. Oh yeah, we did see a lot, didn't we? We did see a lot of traitors coming out. We did see a lot of naysayers running their mouths, talking crazy, writing crazy things. Defamation of character, completely violating Act 3. You talk about you study Noble Drew Ali. Okay, well, did you study the bylaws? A lot of people was writing a lot of bogus things out here, defamation of character. And there go the timer right there. Completely violating, you know what I'm saying? Completely violating Act 3. At no time you supposed to speak down on your brother or your sister or put them in harm's way. A lot of people was violating that. We gonna build though. Our self-law and master. Peace.